Hello and welcome back to the Modern Stacker. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the WorldCoin and why this is terrifying. So if you're new to this channel, we talk about precious metal, shiny things that really get everybody excited, but we also talk about why we stack this stuff. And so in today's video, we're going to be looking at the WorldCoin. And I'll be honest with you, I first heard about this on George Gammon's channel. So if you haven't watched George Gammon's stuff on the Rebel Capitalist, highly recommend you check that out. Sometimes he takes a little while to get into his topic, but he's a wealth of information. His whiteboard sessions are incredibly valuable. Highly recommend those. But what this particular here is talking about is absolutely disturbing. Terrifying. And I thought this would be a good opportunity for us to go through this, and this covers exactly why you should be continuing to consider stacking precious metals. I'm not a financial analyst or advisor or anything like that. I'm just a dude on YouTube who likes to talk about shiny things, but this is definitely something for you to be mindful about. We talked about Unicoin in the previous video series. I think that was totally bogus, but this, unfortunately, I think is real. So let's look at this for a second and just kind of go through it here. So first off, what is WorldCoin? I'm just going to read it here verbatim here. So more than 3 years ago, we founded WorldCoin with the ambition of creating a new identity and financial network owned by everyone. The rollout begins today. If successful, we believe WorldCoin could drastically increase economic opportunity, scale, a reliable solution for distinguishing humans from AI online, while preserving privacy, and enable global democratic processes and eventually show a potential path to AI-funded UBI. Now, what is AI-funded UBI? Let's look at that. What is that? What is UBI? Universal Basic Income. Okay, well, that's what that is. And notice how they didn't put the acronym expanded out there. I thought that was interesting. I think that's also telling. And so as you read through this, and George pointed this out on his podcast, this has all of the markers of the Klaus speak that we're so used to seeing from, the WF and those other, those places. I mean, it just reads like it's just straight out of the handbook. And I don't mean to rehash what George was saying, but he was spot on. So definitely go check out his opinions on this as well. I think it kind of adds to kind of the greater collective, but I'll give you my opinions here in a minute about this, how this is going to pan out from a technology standpoint, and again, why stacking precious metals is definitely something you should be thinking about and giving some serious credence to. WorldCoin, let's read this next slide. WorldCoin consists of a privacy-preserving digital identity, or World ID, and where laws allow, a digital currency called WLD, which is apparently being traded currently on Binance. And this is received for simply being human. So you get a World ID for simply being human, and as if you have a World ID, you can trade or exchange this digital currency, WLD. Now we hope that where the rules are less clear, such as in the US, steps will be taken so more people can benefit from both. So there's policy changes coming to make this possible. You can now download the World app, the first protocol-compatible wallet, and reserve your share. After visiting an orb, we'll look at this in a minute, a biometric verification device, which you will receive a World ID. So in other words, if you go to one of these orbs, which is just a biometric verification device, you will receive a World ID. This lets you prove that you are a real and unique person online while remaining completely private. Let's look at this. Let's see if we can get some images of what the orb looks like. There's the orb. This is the orb right here. So what it is basically it's an image, and by the way, all of this is kind of created by Sam Altman. So this is something I'm not gonna say all this is created by him solely, but he's kind of one of the spearheading, pioneers of this WorldCoin concept. And he's talking about this as an eyeball scanning kind of optical thing, but basically takes the scan of your retina and uses that imaging device to essentially acknowledge that you are human. And I don't know if any of these images are copyrighted or not, but they're on Google, so hey, it's not my fault. But that's essentially how they will be using these orbs. They'll be using these orbs to essentially give you a world ID. That's what basically gets you your world ID. You have to go in and you have to scan your eye in to get one of these world IDs. Now, what is a world ID? It's nothing more than a hash code. It's like some kind of like long encrypted type of like unique user ID or UUID if you're in the technical space. And that essentially becomes your unique tag that is associated with you. And how is it associated with you? With your retina, which means that in order for them to be able to open up your app, it has to look at your eye. So the World app will essentially use eye tracking technology, which is already built in your mobile phone, so if you go to the store and you want to pay for something, it looks at your face. It'll have the ability to look at your retina and be able to kind of detect those things. And this is what's coming, right? This is where this is going. WorldCoin is terrifying. And if it doesn't terrify you, you're not paying attention. This is really scary stuff. And I think one of the things that was pointed out in George's talk this morning was that just because we can doesn't mean we should. And we have to begin asking these honest questions about whether or not we're using technology in ways that benefit human society. And it's a fair question. And I'll be honest with you, I think we've gone way past that in some respects. But the reason that Sam Altman is promoting this, and Sam Altman is the guy who's responsible for OpenAI and ChatGPT. So just put names to faces here. It's like Sam is the guy who's kind of helped create this AI revolution. It was initially started out with Elon Musk to be an open thing, and then he decided to go corporate private. And it's like there's never really been an explanation as to why. But I think we're beginning to see potentially why he did this. Just in reading through this, I feel like there was a diluting influence that took over, because now we're starting to see OpenAI, ChatGPT, and the WorldCoin. You bring it all together with the orb, and you have essentially the tools in the system that will essentially put you into the AI funded UBI. It's right here. It's right here in the message. So. There's nothing secret here. They're being completely out in the open and transparent about what they're doing. They're just saying it in a very positive way. And I'll just say it this way. If everything that they're saying was done with the utmost and wholesome and purest intentions and was completely on the legit and never abused once, then maybe you could suggest that this utopian system was actually for the good of all mankind. But do you think that this is going to be for the good of all mankind? Do you think that this is the utopian system that's going to pave the way and make the world easier for you? No, I really don't, because humans are inherently flawed. And it's by the grace of Jesus that we have any hope of salvation or redemption. And that's the whole reason why I'm getting here, is like, you can create these systems, but they're going to become prisons. And that's just my opinion. You can take it for what it's worth. But if this is the system that they are planning out for the future, what shall we do as a means of protecting ourselves against this system, or hedging our bets, or giving us a means of parallel economy in the face of WorldCoin? Well, I think that comes back to precious metals, silver and gold, precious metals that have had a long run history of being a successful currency for humankind. Thousands and thousands and thousands of years, as opposed to this new technology revolution that we are creating for ourselves, thinking that we can basically replace God. So I personally believe strongly in God and God's money over something like this, but I do think this is very interesting, and I actually appreciate that they're coming out and just being very transparent and telling us exactly what they're going to do. So let me know in the comments below what you think about the WorldCoin, and what are you doing to kind of get prepared for something like this, because it is coming. So, and we'll be talking more about this in the future. So be sure to hit the subscribe button if you want to stay in touch with more of this kind of content. And thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great day. And if there's anything you take out of this message, is that keep on stacking.